What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the It's Game Time podcast. This is episode number 25. My name is Jett, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Eric. Eric, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. We're doing this on an afternoon.
That's a first.
That is a first, and I thoroughly enjoy it because I'm not tired from the end of the day, and now so I have more energy.
I'm a little tired. This is my nap time right now.
This is your nap time before you have to do your other podcast, right?
Exactly. But I'm ready to go. I'm always ready for this. And
I'm absolutely ready. Jammed pack show this week. We're talking about fantasy. We're talking about just normal football. We're talking about the NBA. We may even talk, if we have time, about the MLB and what's been happening in the championship series, in which it is episode 25, the Barry
Bonds episode.
Yes.
Really quick, just a question. Do you think he should be in the Hall of Fame despite all the steroids he took?
It's tough. Yeah, he should be.
I think he should be.
Because steroids don't add to the ability to hit a baseball. It just adds to the distance the baseball will travel.
Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt he was still one of the most talented players to play the game. He definitely, him along with the other guys that have done steroids, they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. So.
Especially Pete Rose. He didn't do steroids, but he gambled a little bit
on his own team.
On himself.
Yeah.
That's a gamble to make.
Yeah, I know.
You don't always bet on yourself.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I know the morals behind it, the betting on, it's still his team and it's still betting, but I think he's one of those guys that should definitely be in the
which guys, instead of taking steroids to better your body, go and purchase some Built Bars to better your body.
Yes. If you want to go get your Built Bar today, go to Built.com. They actually have some new flavors. Blueberry Muffin is one of the new flavors.
That sounds delicious.
That does sound delicious. That's the next one I'm going to be purchased. So if you want to try Blueberry Muffin with me, you could go on Built.com and get 10% off your Built Bar with the promo code ITZ1428. Also, if you participate in our NFL Pick'em contest, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, you have the chance at winning a signature Built Bar.
A signature Built Bar. So let's get right into it. Who is our winner for the Pick'em?
So the winner, someone actually I know very well, Bonnie Rosenstein. Big congratulations to you out there. You put in the work to get all these picks right. You picked the Titans to win, which guaranteed you winning this week's Pick'em contest. So congratulations to you. The Built Bar is on the way. So I'm just gonna need your address and other information, and we'll get it right to you. Thank you Thank you to everyone participating. Continue the participation. We love it. We've been getting more and more people each week, so keep it going.
In which she finally knocked off the defending champ, Lindsay, who almost once again
second place.
She got second place. How many games was she off a game or two?
She was off a game. She picked the Bills. Bonnie, I don't know who this is. Bonnie Rosenstein. I don't know. She picked the Titans, which gave her the victory.
I mean, we may need to take Lindsay's picks to Vegas because I don't know how many she's gotten wrong total.
Very few. Like, she would have a lot of money right now if she
the parlays that she would be so like a 3-team parlay or something like that. She would wipe the floor with.
I'm advising her to do a parlay this week.
Absolutely.
Like, we'll contribute to the money, the cause if she were to do this parlay.
I know. It's crazy with how accurate Lindsay has been with her picks, in which how have we done with our picks?
Yeah, so it was an okay week for both of us. I finished the week off at 7-7, and Eric finished the week off with a record of 6-8. He lost a game on me. Eric is 32-41 on the year. I'm 36-35. We both got our upset picks incorrect. Eric picked the Patriots to win.
I was so close once again.
They were very close. I literally stopped half the betting against the Cardinals because I did it 2 weeks in a row and it backfired. So I will learn my lesson from that.
Oh, a little preview to the picks this week.
Potentially, yeah. Potentially, I'm learning my lesson from that. We'll see. I don't think I could pick against them again. Definitely not third.
Like I said, it was a guaranteed game for me. Difference,
but you didn't make up any ground.
Oh, stop. So. Stephon Diggs doesn't deserve that TD pick on the Patriots, or else Patriots would have won that game.
Yeah, but I want to talk about
It's
the
not
game.
Stephon Diggs. I'm Trayvon Diggs.
Oh, well, I want to talk about the Stephon Diggs with the Buffalo Bills and Titans game because there was a ton of fantasy implications for not only the It's Game Time podcast league, but a lot of the leagues that I was in. And this past week for me, anyways, it was the most heartbreaking week probably in my fantasy history and in this league. Just to give everyone a little bit of background, going into the week, I was 1-4 and was feeling pretty good. My opponent, Lindsay, who just referenced, had a few key guys on bye, and my team had its second best performance of the year. I scored the second most points in the league at 165.65. No one else really was. I mean, there were a couple teams that were close, but I would have beaten everyone else except my opponent. Going into the Monday night game, I had Emmanuel Sanders playing. I needed 14.6 points, I believe. I got 14.1. So I lost.
Oh man.
And I fell to 1-5.
Fell to 1-5.
That, I just felt like I got stabbed in the chest coming into this week, and then I just got it got worse.
It got worse.
Yeah, it's just
his heart got removed.
Yes, that's what I was looking
like
for.
they stabbed him first,
Yes,
and then they manhandily removed it. Like it was not a nice surgery at all. Like they just went cut into your chest and just ripped your heart out.
Yeah, enough about my chest. I mean, we're seeing some balance at the top of this league. We currently have 5 teams that are tied with a record of 4-2. Eric being one of them. He is on Josh's tail. He's currently in second place with Josh still in first, but on a 2-game losing streak. Eric, you're on a 3-game winning streak.
I'm on a 3-game winning streak. I was on a 2-game losing streak, I believe. Now I'm on a 3-game winning streak in which I have a big test this week. It's a big game. I face Connor P. Yes. He's on my tail also.
Yeah.
He's in third. He's tied for first place, but he's technically in third place with points scored, in which I got to win. I mean, I think everyone's cheering for me.
I think so. I mean, I'll just let everyone know it's week 6 and I get a text from this kid, Connor P. Big Truz. Hey, Jett, the league's over. I have the best team in this league and no one's catching me. We'll see about that, Connor.
Yeah. So I could really set him back an entire game. That would be huge for me. And then maybe if Lindsay wins her matchup, she can jump in. And then if Austin fell down after
I play Austin this weekend. Honestly, I think every game for me is a must win, but I think if definitely if I lose this game, it's going to be tricky to get back in. Honestly, though, I was surprised to look at the final standings projections. And for some reason, I moved up 4 places. They have me finishing in 6th place, which I'll take.
Yeah, if you could sneak into the playoffs.
All I want at this point is to make the playoffs. Then I'll go from there. I need to make some trades. Obviously, that has not panned out yet. We did make Eric and I made a trade.
Yes, a fantastic trade since the last time. Did we tell him last time?
No, because this trade was after we recorded this.
Yeah, it was on Thursday. Thursday, right before Thursday night football. Jett hits me up and he's like, "Hey, you need to trade me Jalen Hurts before the Thursday night game with him." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, I guess. I mean, what are you willing to offer me?" And I was willing to I gave up Jalen Hurts and Allen Robinson for Mike Davis and Jalen Waddle. And if anyone is participating in fantasy and listening, everyone knows Jalen Waddle decided to completely go off with Tua's return and dropped 29 points, in which I was ecstatic. I mean, that's the first trade I can say I've won.
Yes, the first of 100 trades you finally won. I hope you can agree that I think it was still mutually beneficial to both of us.
Absolutely.
I don't have to worry about streaming quarterbacks trying to play that game. Obviously, you gained the guy in Jalen Waddle, who's the rest of the year is going to be a great flex, potentially wide receiver 2 down the line.
But you have Allen Robinson now.
The reason why I took the chance on Allen Robinson, there's 2 reasons. One, I'm hoping that he maybe gets traded to another team that will actually use him correctly. 2, I'm just hoping that Justin Fields continues to progress. For some reason, Darnell Mooney's been his number 1 target thus far, but there's no denying the talent that Allen Robinson has. So just something. I mean, Justin Fields missed him on a deep touchdown this past game. And if he can maybe connect on those going forward, I'm definitely not going to have one to trade, but it'll be, I'll definitely feel a lot more better about it.
In which now I have Patterson and Davis on my squad. So if Patterson decreases, I'll just put Davis in replacement for him. But guess what? Patterson's not going to take a decrease or a regression. He's just going to jump up now because now they have a bye week to completely plan around Patterson.
They do.
And throw out the entire playbook that deals with Mike Davis, in which he's coming back. He's projected 16.8 points.
Okay, yeah, that's. I mean, he deserved. Like I don't know. I would think he's averaging somewhere around like 15 to 17 a game.
He's averaging 20.
Okay, I was a little off there, but yeah, he's probably been one of, if not the steal in waiver wires this year, and Eric has been accustomed to making those correct moves on the waiver wire. So you have him in 2 leagues. So.
Now the thing is that it's going to be a tough matchup for me because Herbert and Eckler are out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have my 1-2 right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So especially if I beat Connor this week, Connor better be ashamed.
Yes. This is a very tough week for bye weeks. You got the Vikings, Cowboys, Chargers, Steelers.
Yes.
I know I'm forgetting another team, but it's a tough week for if you have someone on bye. I know a lot of
those teams.
The Bills.
The Bills are.
Yeah. So honestly, I'll just if you're listening and suffering from bye weeks right now, here are a few of my favorite streamers for this week.
Jacksonville's on a bye.
Jacksonville's on a bye too. But if you're looking for a quarterback to replace Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, 2 of the guys I like this week in the same matchup, Falcons, Dolphins, Matt Ryan, Tua Tagovailoa. Tua looked great. I'm not just saying this because I'm biased. Tua looked great in his return from injury. He's facing a Falcons defense that is not good. Same for Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's still going to put up the points, facing a Dolphins defense that sucks right now. 2 guys that I would definitely look at if you're struggling to find someone.
In the podcast league, who I picked up was Tannehill was on the waiver.
That's another one. Yeah.
Tannehill was just sitting there. I was like,
yeah,
all right, I'm going to take him. He faces KC's defense, in which I feel pretty happy about that. I mean, he just won against the Bills defense. I mean, he didn't put up a lot of points and stuff like that, but he still was able. He was able to run the offense and win a game. So that's a good look against arguably the best defense in the league at this point.
Yes.
So now facing arguably the worst defense in the league, he should perform and get me hopefully around. All I'm asking is 18, 20 points.
That's all you need. Yeah. I mean, even I'm sure you'll be fine with 15.
Yes.
Because it's a quarterback and hopefully your other guys come through. But yeah, it's game time league. We're heading into week number 7. So it should be
7. We're about to be halfway through the regular season of fantasy.
Yes, we are. And there's still a lot of season left, so a lot of things can change next time we talk on this podcast. But
yeah, I mean, I think this week is arguably my biggest week because this is the halfway point. It's a lot better being 5-2 than 4-3.
Oh yeah,
100. So it seems, even though it's a game difference, that seems like 10
both
games.
Both of those are better than 1-5 or 1-6 or 2-5. So
that is very, very true. In which now let's get into our picks.
Let's do it
for this week.
Week number 7.
Yeah, week number 7. I'm hoping to now get back on track.
Let's get a week over 500 from you. How about that?
You know what? Yeah, let's get that. All right, small steps. All right, 1 game over 500. Let's go 8-7.
But here's what we're doing. I don't want you to. I want you to go first because I don't want you following the lead on a lot of my picks.
Oh, that way, okay.
It's just gonna be like,
okay.
He knows what he's doing. Let me just take what he's picking. And
go with
that.
Okay.
But let's start with the Thursday night game.
Broncos at Browns, both 3-3 teams. The Browns are favored by 2 points. Give me them 2 points.
Really?
Going with the Browns.
Even with all their
injuries.
Wait,
never mind. No.
Baker Mayfield.
He's
Nick
out.
Chubb.
He's out. Never mind. I am going with the Broncos.
2 key offensive linemen are out. A bunch of guys on the defensive end are
I'm
out.
going with the Broncos. I forgot Baker Mayfield.
Case Keenum, Dearness Johnson are your starting quarterback and starting running back for this game for the Browns.
Jarvis Landry's coming back.
Jarvis Landry's is that what this? That's the report. He's coming back.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
He was supposed it was up in the air of if he was going to play last week. So
just want to make sure because I was listening to the episode last week when he said that Tyrod Taylor was coming back.
I did.
And that kind of influenced my pick a little bit, but that's okay. Let's hope that Jarvis Landry
I'm playing
is actually
mind games, guys. Mind games. All right. All right. I'm going.
I can just break some news really quickly here.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting a notification that there could be a deal going down later this week between the Houston Texans and Miami Dolphins.
I called this
for Deshaun Watson.
I said this how long ago? Months.
Honestly,
months.
at
the beginning of this podcast,
let me just say something. Like Tua's been fine. He hasn't really been, besides him not being healthy, he hasn't really been the main problem this year. Obviously, to acquire Deshaun Watson, not going to complain about that. However, there are some issues off the field with him. But if this
have fun giving up even more of your future. Hey, you don't have draft picks to give up anyways.
We have our first round pick, gave away the Eagles have 3 top 10 picks because of us and the Colts. But stay tuned on that. That could be a major headline later on this week. So keep an eye out. By the time this episode airs, Deshaun Watson could be a Dolphin.
In which he'll still probably won't be able to play.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. But let me make my pick for this game. I'm going to go with the Broncos. I say the Browns do not cover the spread due to all the injuries. The Broncos are kind of desperate for a win. They started 3-0. They still have the defense to stop Case Keenum and Dearness Johnson. So give me the Broncos in this game.
It's absolutely going to be a Broncos. What's your ask of this game? My ask, Cortland Sutton, continue to go off. You've had 2 good weeks in a row. Just keep going, man. Against this injured Browns defense, keep it going, bud. Keep it going. Keep cooking. Let Sutton cook.
Yeah, my ask is do not rush Jerry Jeudy back from injury. I know he's able to be removed off the injured reserve, but make sure he's fully healthy because he is your best playmaker in my opinion. So wait till he's fully healthy, get him back to helping his fantasy owners and helping his Denver Broncos team out.
All right, good ass. Next game is Panthers at the Giants. Panthers are 3-3. My Giants are 1-5, joining the Miami Dolphins with that record. Panthers are favored by 3 points. This is a tough one, but I will
what's the timetable for Saquon Barkley?
I don't think he'll be back this week.
Think he'll be back? Okay.
No. You go first.
This is a tough one because the Panthers, after they started 3-0, I believe, and they have not looked the same. Sam Darnold has looked like more of the guy from the New York Jets. The Panthers obviously still have a pretty good defense. The offense is good. This feels like a very good opportunity to take the Giants in this game, but I'm going to stick with the Panthers to cover this spread. I think their offense rebounds against a defense that is not great, as Eric can attest to, and they did not look great against the Rams last week. So give me the Panthers in this game.
Sorry, I was just looking at some of the lines to figure out my upset of the week.
Yeah,
there's some big lines
really
at the bottom half of this. Some big lines.
I see that now. Wow. Okay.
There's 3 huge lines. In which out of those, I may get down there and figure out an upset of the week there. But I'm gonna go with the Panthers to cover 3. I mean, the Giants were embarrassed last week by the Rams. If the Panthers do half of that, a third of what the Rams were able to do, they'll still beat them by 3 or more. So I'm gonna have to go with the Panthers. The next game up is Washington at Packers. Washington, who was projected to win the NFC East, is in second place.
They are in second
place,
but they're tied for second.
Tied for second with the Eagles, but I mean it's a distant second.
The Cowboys could clinch this.
Yeah, absolutely. By Thanksgiving.
By Thanksgiving.
By Thanksgiving. In which they go to Green Bay to face the Packers. Packers are favored by 8.5. I am going to take Washington. I'm saying Packers don't cover.
I'm going to say the Packers cover, but it's going to be like 10. I think that's
really?
Their offense is obviously 10 times better than Washington's. Washington's defense has not been the same this year. The Packers have looked great ever since that week 1 collapse. They've won 5 straight. Give me the Packers.
I'm going with Riverboat Ron.
Okay. I mean, what about Heineke?
I know. I'm not worried about their offense. They'll be able to put up points. I just think finally Chase Young is going to show up, and he's going to wreak havoc on Aaron Rodgers, make him stress a little bit.
But you don't think they'll win though, right?
No. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I think the Packers
close.
are going to win by a touchdown.
Okay.
All right. The next game is Chiefs at Titans. Chiefs are 3-3. Titans have the better record, 4-2 after having a big win on Monday Night Football. Thank you, Derek. Oh wait, timeout. We have to go back and give our ass for the past 2 games.
Let's do that. Okay.
Panthers Giants, go.
Panthers Giants. Ask. Get DJ Moore back to his early season self. He's struggled these past 2 weeks, so feed him the ball and good things will happen.
My ass is a personal ass. Giants defense, show up.
That's a good one.
Just if you lose by 3 points, that's fine. That's fine.
Play like you want to be there.
Play like you want to be there. Make it a slugfest, please. Like it's boring. Like that's fine because then it actually means the defense is playing well. Washington at Packers. What's your ask?
Taylor Heineke, please figure out how to get the ball to Terry McLaurin. He's getting like 10 targets a game, and he's getting like 4 receptions on those targets. I've seen time and time again, either Taylor Heineke underthrow, overthrow, hate to hate on our guy, fan of the podcast, Taylor Heineke, but let's show that you deserve to be the starting quarterback the rest of the year, especially when Ryan Fitzpatrick returns.
My ass, Chase Young, show yourself as a top 5 draft pick.
Okay.
Because he's kind of, where's he been? Since the beginning of the season.
He's been bottled up. Yeah.
So explode here, make your presence known. Okay. Now we'll get to the Chiefs Titans game. Chiefs are favored by 5.5. I think the Chiefs are going to win
on the road. Favored by 5.5 on the road.
I'm taking the Chiefs to cover. I think that the Titans did have a fabulous win, but I think they're
hot right now, coming off a big win.
I don't know. I just think the Chiefs are they're going to warm up now.
I mean, both defenses are below average.
Yes.
It'll probably come down to which offense can string together more.
And I have Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
But I'm going with
in the
Mahomes.
end, I trust Patrick Mahomes. Like I would have trusted Josh Allen at the end against the Titans. Obviously, he didn't convert that crucial 4th down. I'll take. You know what? I don't think the Chiefs cover, but I think they win. I think it's a field goal game.
A field goal game.
Yeah.
All right. What's your ask for the game? Big ask.
My ask is Derrick Henry put together another big game. Maybe
Please.
100 yards, 3 touchdowns once again.
Please. That won't be my ask, but I mean I'll enjoy that.
We want I want to see Derrick Henry win MVP this year. Like it's about time. Last year he arguably could have won it. Why not? If he continues on this pace, he's on pace for over 2,500 rushing yards. If he keeps getting like 2 or 3 touchdowns a game, I don't care which quarterback is doing well. Derrick Henry deserves it.
Derrick Henry for MVP. My ask, let this be a great damn game. Make the NFL regret scheduling this as a 1:00 game.
Yeah, especially when your Sunday night game is Colts 49ers and your Monday night game is Saints Seahawks.
Exactly. Maybe they should start flexing games this early on.
Honestly, I think it's because injuries happen so early now in the NFL. Like especially like we saw a game last week when we had Russell Wilson not playing. I would have been the perfect game to flex out and put in the Chargers-Ravens game.
Yeah.
Even though it was a blowout, but like going into it, it would have been a much better game.
Exactly. The next game is Falcons at Dolphins. Falcons are 2-3. Dolphins are 1-5. After I correctly predicted again that a winless team would get their first win against the Dolphins, I think I deserve an extra point for that.
No.
Atlanta is favored by 2.5. You finally trust in your
the losing streak has to come to an end. They're on a 5-game losing streak. Tua played very well. I get the defense has not looked good. I am gonna take the Dolphins to win this game and the Falcons to not cover. It has to. I know the Falcons are coming off a bye, but this nightmare of a start to the season has to come to an end.
I'll take the Dolphins.
Good.
Tua looked pretty good. If that was like 5.5, maybe.
Yeah.
No. Wait. No, it's fine. I'm taking the Dolphins. My ask for this week, Patterson, show up again, my guy. Drop that 18 points. That's all I ask for you. All right. Make yourself a bona fide RB2.
My ask is our offensive line is atrocious right now. And I don't care if Deshaun Watson trade might be in the works. Protect Tua at all costs. Do not let him suffer another injury. If not, I will be extremely pissed.
All right. The next game, an AFC East battle. The Jets at the Patriots. Jets are 1-4. Patriots are 2-4. Patriots are favored by a touchdown. Give me that line. Bill Belichick does amazing against rookie QB. Zach Wilson's going to, I bet, prediction, Zach Wilson's going to throw 2 picks and 0 TDs in this game.
I will take also the Patriots to cover. From a fantasy perspective, the Patriots are a great play on the defensive end of the ball. My ask for this game is I want to see Damian Harris get the bulk of the carries. We've seen him suffer some injuries, him fumble the ball, which has caused him to lose out on some carries, but he's their best ball carrier by far, so continue to feed him the ball.
All right. We're going to the AFC North here. A little bit chilly, the Rust Belt region of the NFL. Bengals are traveling to the Ravens. The Ravens are 5-1. Bengals, though, are 4-2. Who would have thought? Who would have thought with no offensive line?
Yes, I know.
But I guess Jamar Chase is doing enough job of protecting Burrow.
He is. He played the role of an offensive lineman on that Joe Mixon touchdown.
Exactly.
So he's been playing his part.
He's been doing his duty.
Yeah, but I want to hear your selection first.
The Ravens are favored by 6.5. I've picked the Ravens. I've gone against the Ravens twice. One of them almost paid off for my upset of the week 2 weeks ago when they faced the Colts. They blew out my Chargers. Blew them out. I mean, damn. I am going with the Ravens. I've learned my lesson. I'm sticking with the Ravens. I think they're going to cover.
You know what? I've not learned my lesson because I'm going to continue going against the Ravens. I don't care. Friend of the show, Connor P is going to hate me for this, and he's going to shit on me if I'm wrong once again. This is my upset of the week right here. The Bengals will win this game, put the Ravens hot streak to an end. I get the Ravens totally dominated the Chargers last week, but I'm feeling very good about the Bengals sneaking into Baltimore and taking this game on the road. Joe Burrow's looked fantastic. Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins. Who needs an offensive line when you have all that firepower? They finally, after years of not being able to stop Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson put on highlight reels against his Bengals team in the past, the Bengals upset the Baltimore Ravens in week number 7. Ooh. And I could end up regretting this, and I might hear it from Connor P all week long and all year long, because time and time after again, I continue to pick against the Ravens to prove some sort of point. Obviously, that point has not been proven yet, but this is the week that changes.
All right. What is your ask?
That the Ravens lose.
All right. My ask. What is my ask? I need Lamar to go off with, actually, you know what, Lamar, how about this? Stop throwing the damn ball so much to Mark fucking Andrews. Throw that shit to Marquise Brown, please.
How about Rashad Bateman? Get him involved a
little bit. I mean, you can get Mark Andrews his 5 catches for 50 yards or something like that, but come on, Lamar. Look down the field. Look to Marquise Brown. He can burn the top off of any defense that exists in the league. That's my ask. Going on to the next game, the Philadelphia Eagles traveling all the way to Vegas to see the Raiders. The Eagles are 2-4. Raiders are 4-2.
Last week we
doubted them, and they
doubted them considering all the off the field issues that they were experiencing.
Raiders are favored by 3.
The Raiders are favored by 3. I'm going to take the Raiders to cover in this game. The Eagles offense is more than capable of going on the road and upsetting this Raiders team. But defensively, the Raiders are better, and offensively, they have looked a lot better than we thought coming into the season. Josh Jacobs has been good. Darren Waller has been okay. I expect this to be a big game from Darren Waller, and I expect the Raiders to get back to their winning ways and get on a 2-game winning streak in this game.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to take the Vegas line for the Vegas team. So I'm saying that the Raiders are going to cover that. My ass, Dallas Goedert, have a game. You don't have to worry about Zach Ertz anymore. Yeah. He's gotten traded to the Cardinals. Have yourself a day, young man.
My ask for this game, I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. Feed Miles Sanders. We saw towards the end of last week's game when he gets the ball, good things happen. Do it again. Give him the ball. Good things will happen once again. He's one of the most talented running backs in the NFL and one of the most underutilized running backs in the NFL. So get him going in the right direction. Great buy low candidate in fantasy football right now.
Absolutely. Next game is Lions at Rams. It's a little switcheroo game right here, guys. Lions are 0-6. They're still winless. And the Rams are 5-1. Obviously, someone is ending up winning this trade at this point, but it could all change with this week's matchup. The Rams, though, are favored by 15 points. What is this, a college game?
Oh, God.
A college game?
That's crazy. It's also the Jared Goff returning to LA in this game. Both teams, obviously, they made this trade, like Eric was saying, in the offseason. That's a big line. These are NFL teams. Like the Lions aren't going to win this game, but the Rams will not cover. I don't think I think it'll be maybe 10 to 14 point margin of victory for the Rams, but 15 is just too much for me.
15 is too much for me too. The Lions sadly will not win this game. I want them to so bad. Let's have my ask Jamal Williams go off because you're my RB2 for this week. So hopefully D Swift doesn't get a lot of snaps.
So my ask for this week, DeAndre Swift go off this week. Jamal Williams do not. DeAndre Swift needs to make up for some of the points I'm losing with Austin Eckler on bye. So DeAndre Swift have a hell of a day. No need for Jamal Williams.
Come on. Derrick Henry can't completely cover Jamal Williams' production. All right. The next game, Texans at Cardinals. Texans are 1-5. Cardinals are the still only remaining undefeated team of the season at 6-0. Jett, will you learn your lesson? The Cardinals are favored by 16.5 points.
Another extremely tough line. Tyrod Taylor is not returning in this game.
But Davis
Mills. I know I said that. The reason I said that 15 was a huge spread because I think the Lions are a better team than the Texans, despite them having Lions having no wins and the Texans having one. Oh, I'm going to say the Cardinals cover.
What?
I'm going to say they win by 20. And I think I've doubted the Cardinals too much throughout the course of this year. They have the offense to just totally dominate in this game. Their defense has been extremely underlooked throughout the course of this year. J.J. Watt, DeAndre Hopkins are not returning to the Texans anytime soon. They get a revenge game against their former team this week.
This is tough right here. This is where I could make the choice and gamble of gaining a game on you right here or potentially losing a game on you once again. 18.5.
17.5.
I have 18.5.
You have 18.5?
I have 18.5.
Well, we're going off of mine. 17.5.
17.5.
I wouldn't take 18.5.
You would have taken 18.5?
No, I would have. I think they're going to win by 20. So.
Gosh. I can't. The Cardinals are just so damn good. They have Zach Ertz now, man. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'm going to have to take the Cardinals to cover that.
That lost that your chance of potentially gaining a game on me, but.
Maybe later on. I got 3 more games that I can do.
I wonder where your upset's coming in.
The Bears at the Buccaneers.
Not this one.
The Bears are 3-3. The Bucks are 5-1. Tampa Bay is favored by 12.5 points. Are we kidding here?
No, this is not.
Give me the Bears.
No.
The Bears. Let's go here,
Oh,
young
my
man.
God. Stop.
Justin Fields going to let his presence known against the old man Tom Brady.
Your guy, Tom Brady, you're rooting
He's
against.
old compared to
Oh,
Justin
my God.
Fields.
Justin Fields can't complete a pass over 10 yards.
He will this week.
To who, Allen Robinson?
Hopefully not. Darnell Mooney, take
Oh.
over. Your boy Herbert. Khalil Herbert.
Khalil Herbert. Yeah, great.
He's going to
pick,
take
everybody.
over.
Oh,
This is my upset of the week.
You deserve -2 points if you get this wrong because it's just not going to happen. The Buccaneers are going to cover the spread in this game. They're going to beat the Bears. It will not be close. The Bears cannot keep up with the five-powered offense led by the MVP, one of the MVP frontrunners right now.
It's going to be a shootout.
You know what happens when you root against Tom Brady? Bad things happen. I've learned my lesson.
When you root against
When
Tom
we're
Brady.
sitting on this couch next week, you will regret doing that, and I will have my extra point for my upset, and you will have your -2 from your upset.
I will not have a -2. I will have a +1 or just a 0 added.
My ask for this week, Justin Fields, throw the ball 20 yards accurately to Allen Robinson down the field. We've seen in the past several weeks him miss on potential touchdown opportunities to A-Rob. You were highly coveted out of the draft. Prove that you belong. This is the game.
My ask, not my ask, my guarantee. I'm kidding. My ask, Bears win, please. Please win. Justin Fields, how about you just look at anybody's way? I mean, Cole Kmet, that's fine. You want to give it to him. Khalil Herbert, go off. Darnell Mooney, continue to go off. How about we get Allen Robinson to heat up just for this game? How about Allen Robinson have like a 29-point game and there we go. I get my extra point for the Bears to upset the Bucks. The next game, Sunday Night Football. I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. Colts at 49ers. The Colts are 4-2. 49ers are, I'm sorry, Colts are 2-4.
2-3.
Colts are
Colts
2-4.
49ers 2-3. Yes, correct. Yes.
Colts are favored by 4 points.
49ers.
Oh my God, you messed me up so badly.
Okay.
49ers are favored by 4 points.
Sure.
I am absolutely positive, in which I am going to take. That's a tough one.
It's not for me. I'm taking the 49ers to cover in this game. I think that coming off a bye, they've had a week to get some of their guys healthy, ready to go. The Colts have looked better as of late, but I think the 49ers defense is better. And despite if it's Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback, I just think the 49ers offense will be too much for the Colts this week.
I'll go 49ers too. I was just waiting for him to take his pick first.
Oh, yeah. You want to follow my lead as always. So,
all right. My ask for this week. Do I got anybody a dog in this fight? Carson Wentz. Have yourself a day. Heating up a little bit here, aren't we here?
My ask for this week. Just for the 49ers, just have your guy. Claim your quarterback for the rest of the year. We don't want to keep going back and forth between Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. Plant your flag on your guy for the rest of the year and focus on the future when the time comes.
All right. Now the final game of week 7. Saints at Seahawks. Saints are 3-2. Seahawks are 2-4. New Orleans is favored by 5. And let me take New Orleans.
I'm going to take New Orleans as well.
Wow. Riding my coattail.
Coming off the bye week. They're ready to go. We could see Michael Thomas return in this game. The Seahawks played better than I think a lot of us expected in their matchup against the Steelers last week.
Not to Tyler Lockett. Geno Smith
Yeah,
does not go with Tyler Lockett.
Geno Smith is not the answer for them right now, but we could see them
Sign
Cam Newton. That would be a great idea.
Just sign him.
But the Saints should get rolling in the right direction in this game.
My ass, Tyler Lockett, score 10 points.
That's a lot to ask.
Apparently so. That's a lot to ask of Geno Smith.
My ask, if Michael Thomas plays in the game, get him going. I think if you get him going, he'll have a nice game. 10 receptions, maybe like 100 yards and a touchdown would be nice. I don't have him in my fantasy leagues, but get Slant Boy back in action.
All right. That was our week 7 picks, in which I will finally hit on my upset of the week after I've been just demoralizingly taken away from me for the past 2 weeks, in which now we're going to transfer over to the NBA. The season started last night, in which the Bucks beat the Nets 127-104, and the Warriors beat the Lakers 121-114. Russell Westbrook just, I guess, was a little late to LA. I mean, because obviously he didn't show up last night. Maybe his flight got delayed from Washington.
Yeah, he did not want to join the show that Anthony Davis and LeBron James are putting on, because they seem to be looking in midseason form right now, and they just were on a tear.
Yeah,
but they lost.
Russell Westbrook showed up last night. I'm sorry, but we're gonna talk about give some predictions about just how we think the standings will end up at the end of the season. Some award predictions also. So, Jett, who is going to be your top 2 seeds for the East and West?
All right, I'll start with the East. I think so. Last year, obviously, the 76ers took home the Eastern Conference. I do not think they do that again this year. There's too many issues going on in that locker room with Ben Simmons, Joe Embiid calling out Ben Simmons yesterday. So with that being said, one common denominator is the Bucks pretty much have everyone returning. Giannis is the defending finals MVP. Bucks are obviously the defending champions. I think they take home the number 1 seed in the East this year.
I have to absolutely agree with that because of the Kyrie Irving situation going on, in which he did not travel with the team last night on Tuesday night to face the Bucks. So it's a touch and go situation. We'll see as we go. If Kyrie is able to come back at a later date and he looks good, then maybe that prediction could change. But at the moment, I absolutely have to go with the defending champs in the Milwaukee Bucks.
My number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, the Miami Heat. They are back and they're ready to compete for a championship. Okay. Kyle Lowry is in the building. This is going to be a dogfight with any team that steps in to the Heat arena. We got PJ Tucker joining the house, Markieff Morris. As I mentioned, Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero's back, Duncan Robinson is back, Bam is back, Jimmy's back. The whole gang is ready to go. Yeah. Yes, it may take some time to form some chemistry with Kyle Lowry, but he has looked good in the preseason. I expect Tyler here to take a step up this season. I'm looking forward to it. I think that with all the issues the Nets have with the Kyrie drama, I think that's going to work at their disadvantage, and I think there's really no other team that I see taking home the number 2 seed besides the Heat this year.
All right. Can see all credibility is going out the window now. I'm going with
the Knicks. No, come on.
The other New York team, the Brooklyn Nets. KD's healthy finally. Harden's healthy finally. So I absolutely and whatever happens to Kyrie, if they get Kyrie, it's I guess a bonus at this point now.
Yes.
So they looked good last night. I mean, it's just the Bucks just played better than them. I mean, how did KD? KD had a good night, 32 points. Harden had 20 points, and that's not even like a great performance.
Patty Mills
had 21. Signing of the year, guys.
7 of 7 from 3-pointers.
That's what you love to see right there off the bench, right?
That's good.
I mean, Joe Harris only had 9 points, and Joe Harris can usually get you 15 to 20 a night. So I'm absolutely going with the Nets to lock up that 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. Don't listen to Jett. It's complete bias at that time.
I don't think it's biased. I think it's complete facts. The Heat have what it takes to compete with the top teams in the East this year.
All right. Who's coming in at 3 then for you?
Number 3 for the Eastern Conference, I got the Brooklyn Nets, despite what I said about, them maybe being at a disadvantage with Kyrie not being on the court. They still have two of the best players in the NBA, and Kyrie and KD, and they should have enough to stay afloat, barring whether Kyrie returns or not. They are still going to be one of the top teams in the East.
For me, I'm giving it to the Atlanta Hawks.
Really? Okay.
I hate the Hawks, but damn, they're good.
I thought I was high on the Hawks this year too, and now apparently they're higher.
Damn, I hate the Hawks. I hate them. I hate Trae Young, but damn, they're good, and he is freaking amazing. He's all NBA potential for this year. I think the Hawks they're such a great youthful team. That's the thing. I mean, just looking at their starting lineup. Oh my gosh, just John Collins and Trey Young, that connection right there. DeAndre Hunter, breakout candidate for this year.
Clint Capella, reigning NBA rebound champion.
Yeah, I mean, I just see them coming in at the 3 seed right there, in which then my 4 seed will be the Miami Heat. I think it is between them and the Hawks for that 3 seed, that coveted 3 seed, in which I think it's going to take a little bit of time for that chemistry to build for the Heat compared to the Hawks.
I have the Hawks coming in at the number 4 seed. I'm extremely high in them. Obviously not as high as Eric is, but I foresee a big year from Trae Young once again, and that is a foreshadowing for our awards ceremony later on in the podcast. But yeah, they just signed Kevin Huerter to an extension. Capella, like we mentioned, Bogdanovich, Collins. They have a exciting young team, and it's going to be a great year for them.
And coming in for my 5 seed is the Philadelphia 76ers. They dropped off. That could easily drop even more if Ben Simmons just doesn't play, or they can't get anything for Ben Simmons. If they get something for Ben Simmons, they may jump a little bit. They may go above your Miami Heat for me. But at the moment, they are the 5 seed. They are, I think, solidified as the 5 seed. I don't see in no way possible that they are ahead of the 4 teams ahead of them.
Well, I have a different 5 seed. I have the Boston Celtics coming in at number 5. I think that last year was definitely a huge disappointment. Now they have a new coach. Brad Stevens is now in the front office. And I think if we see a big year from Jaylen Brown, obviously Jason Tatum is still there, Al Horford, Marcus Smart, and Dennis Schroeder round out their projected starting 5. I like them to kind of bounce back from sort of a disappointing effort last year. I'm a little concerned about the 76ers, so that's why I have the Celtics over them.
All right. Coming in for my 6 seed, in which why I now hate the NBA for doing the play-in tournament now, is the Boston Celtics. They just have all-star. Out of the rest of the teams in the field, they have the most all-stars potential and all-NBA potential, and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And then they have Marcus Smart, who is a quality 3 option for them. So you just got to worry about health here. All right. You got to worry about health. We got to see how this new head coach does also. Okay. I mean, I know Brad Stevens didn't deliver on what everyone expected him to do, but sometimes when you bring about change, it's not always great change.
Sometimes it is, though, and I think that this could be good change. I think they needed a different philosophy at the helm. I know Brad Stevens is going to be involved, but having a different mindset coming from the locker room, I think it's going to help them.
Coming in at the 7th spot is my New York Knicks for me. Hate that they're in the play-in, but it's just, damn, it's tough to not get to stay out of it.
I have the Knicks as well in my number 7 seed. I think that while they may take a little bit of step back from last year, they definitely have what it takes to be a part of that play-in game, if not the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're just gonna do top 8, the normal top 8. Number 8, Chicago Bulls. They just
completely overhauled their team.
Completely new team. We have to see how the chemistry works, especially with Zach LaVine and DeMar Rosen, because they're very similar playing styles, so it could contradict each other a lot. So we have to see what it's like. They have Vucevic and stuff. So
Lonzo Ball now as well.
Lonzo Ball,
Alex
that should
Caruso.
be good. Yeah, exactly. But I think they're going to come in and bring the rear end of the Eastern Conference top 8 teams.
Yeah, they're my number 8 team. I just think the teams below them, I don't think they have as much talent as the Chicago Bulls do. It's going to be very interesting to see, though, how they will be a part of the playing game. So they do have to play another game to get into the actual playoffs.
All right, going into the Western Conference now. Who is your top team in the Western Conference?
My top team in the West is the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, God, you finally joined the LeBron team.
I hated to do this, but LeBron is there. AD is there. Now you got Russell Westbrook. I mean, that's a big three, if that's what the definition means. I mean, I know Russell
Let's
Westbrook
go.
had a tough first game, but they are clearly the most talented team in the West. And while there are a ton of talented teams, I just think the Lakers have the upper hand at the moment.
I'm absolutely going the LeBron team all the way to the top of the Western Conference, in which just the firepower that they, or the star talent that they have. A little concerned about the lack of three shooting ability. So we'll see how that goes. Who's your two?
Number two, I have the Utah Jazz coming in at number two.
Utah Jazz?
The Utah Jazz.
The
Utah Jazz. They still got Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell. They had a couple injuries that they prevented them from really making it deep in the playoffs last year. They're still going to be a very strong defensive team, and the offense, especially from the 3-point range, if that continues this year, they will be right amongst the top teams in the West once again.
I think you forgot about the team that actually made it to the finals from the Western Conference.
I'm aware.
In the Phoenix Suns.
A little fluky,
No. Phoenix Suns. D-Book, he's coming back. DeAndre Ayton's coming back. Miles Bridges coming back. Chris Paul's coming back. They got the whole squad. They're running it back. All right. They just need some experience. That's all, experience, in which now they're going to be my number two for the Western Conference.
Number three, I don't even have the Suns. I have the Denver Nuggets. Nikola Jokic, reigning MVP.
Jamal Murray's not even back yet.
Jamal Murray's not back yet. They got Aaron Gordon, who they acquired in the trade deadline. Jamal Murray will be back. Eventually, Nikola Jokic will carry this team, and once Jamal Murray does return, that'll give them a little bit of a boost towards the end of the season.
For my three spot is the Utah Jazz. They're bringing back everyone. They just seem like a quality 3 seed. That's really it for me. In which then coming in at the 4th spot is the Denver Nuggets. Jokic is the MVP of MVP. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. MVP, in which MVPs have the capability of carrying their team until their second option comes back. But right now, Michael Porter is their second option, in which he should be a quality second option. I mean, having Michael Porter as your 3 option.
That's what I forget. Michael Porter's another guy. Yeah.
Michael Porter as your 3 option is a really good option to have. So having him as your 2 option, that's a good 2 option right there. Who's coming in for number 4 for you?
So 4, we talked about the Suns already. I think they maybe take a little bit of a step back this year. Not saying, I know I mentioned maybe a little fluky. They still have a very talented team. I just think that they may not have as much success as they did last year. So coming in number 5 for me are the Dallas Mavericks. I think Luka Doncic is definitely going to be amongst the guys competing for that MVP at the end of the year. The projected starting 5 is Doncic, Hardaway, Porzingis. If Porzingis is fully healthy, this is going to help this team. Highly unlikely. It's a major question mark. But if we get a healthy Porzingis, this team has more than enough potential to get a top 5 seed in the West.
Nah, because the New Yorkers put a little curse on Porzingis since he didn't want to play for New York, in which I bet he's regretting that now. We're forgetting about your Clippers. Where are them at?
They're coming.
I'm putting my Clippers at the Clippers at number 5.
Even with Kawhi going to
but apparently Paul George is the
Paul
savior.
George. I have no bad things to say about Paul George. I really don't.
Clippers coming in at number 5 for me.
All right. Clippers are number 6 for me. Paul George will be able to carry this team. I just think that there's going to be teams that have better seasons, and hence why I have them at 6.
For number 6, Dallas Mavericks for me. In which, who's your number 7?
Number 7, I have the Memphis Grizzlies. John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. going to lead this team to the 7th seed in the West and play in that playing game. The Thunder, unfortunately, did not make my top 8. I just think the Memphis Grizzlies are one of those up-and-coming teams. They have Valanciunas. They have a bright future ahead of them.
I'm absolutely going Memphis Grizzlies. Like everything my co-host Jett just said, I love Ja Morant. I think he is fabulous. I think he is I've said this, he will be a better version of Russell Westbrook.
Yes, I agree with that.
Absolutely. Same model, but can actually kind of shoot. It's not hard to beat Russell Westbrook in a shooting contest, but I think that. So who's coming in at number 7?
Number 7 was the Grizzlies for
number-
me, and now number 8 for me is the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry. After last night's game, he had a triple double, but he said he played like trash, which he did. He did go like 5 for 21 from the field, which is not Curry like. But Klay Thompson will be back with his team eventually. I know it's still going to be a little bit till he's back, but amongst the other teams that are left in the West, I just think they have the most potential and most talent to get into that 8 seed.
You know, it's hard to predict right now who would be that 8 spot for me. Klay Thompson, if we knew exactly when Klay Thompson was coming back, I would have helped this. But I got to go with the surefire thing. I got to know with who is healthy at the moment. I got to go with my Portland Trailblazers. Okay. Dame time, man. He may not be with Portland by the All-Star break.
He may not be.
I kind of hope he's not. I kind of hope he moves.
For his sake, I think it's time that he goes to a different team.
Yeah, and I hope
he gets a chance to win.
Yeah, maybe New York.
New York.
Oh, him in the white, blue, and orange.
He's not going to New York.
Oh, you don't never say never. Come on. Did you never listen to a Justin Bieber song? Never say never. But even ending up in Philly would love him.
Philly would be perfect.
Philly would love him.
It would.
He just has that.
Any contending team is perfect for him. Except
exactly.
There's some teams that don't need him, but he would be great.
But I'm going with Portland. I mean, McConnell, a 2 option. Nurkic.
Yes.
Yeah, Nurkic. He's going to be healthy now, which he is a good center to have. He's a good offensive center that you can rely on. Like, he is a starting center in probably top half of the league.
Yes, he is.
So that's good to think. So that's bringing in the back end of the Western Conference. Let's get into predictions. Top award, MVP. Who's your MVP?
All right, so we're both kind of high on the Atlanta Hawks this year, so that's why I'm going to say
you're going John Collins.
The MVP is John. No, it's not John Collins. It is Trae Young. This is the year he gets the MVP. There were a couple of guys that I were considering. Obviously, you can't go wrong with someone like Luka Doncic, who's actually the favorite to win the MVP right now. But I think this is the year. Trae Young has been spectacular so far up to this point in the league, and I think he breaks through, and he's going to be very good this year, and he's going to lead this Hawks team to potentially a top 3, maybe top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference.
You know, there was a guy last night that looked very good last night.
And who's that?
No, it was one of those later games.
Yeah.
There were only 2 games, but it was one of those later games. All right. He's wearing yellow.
Okay. No.
Or gold.
No.
He looked like Miami version of himself.
No. Come on.
It's not Iguodala.
Oh.
It's not Iguodala.
Yeah, I don't know why I look like Miami version, because he's wearing number 6 now. That's why.
He looked refreshed. LeBron James in year 19?
19, yeah.
Will win MVP.
That's crazy.
Of the 2021.
You can argue he can win MVP season. Every year, but they just don't want
this
to give
year.
It
He's going to do
it. He doesn't need any more MVP awards. He has no room on his shelves for any more MVP awards or any more NBA Finals MVPs.
This is going to be
different. That reign is over.
No, it's not.
It's on to the fresh blood in the NBA.
It's just starting. Come on. He looked different. Last night he did. He was going after rebounds, like actually going after and putting. I mean. That's why I'm going with LeBron James for MVP.
Eric.
What's your next award?
Let's go to Defensive Player of the Year. How about that?
Oh yeah.
I think it's an easy one for me. I think it's Bam Adebayo, the Miami Heat.
Oh,
he's been in the conversation for the past years, and I know he's the type of guy that's been putting in the work to continue to get better each and every year. And he's already one of the best defensive players in the year. Has a couple all NBA teams to his name at the moment. This is the year Bam Adebayo gets recognized for the credit that he has deserved.
Yeah, he'd get recognized if a Frenchman named Rudy Gobert didn't exist.
That's ridiculous.
Do not ever say that. Stop.
Rudy Gobert's
Stop right there, sir.
Rudy Gobert's your pick when you have Bam sitting there for you.
I have Rudy Gobert sitting right there.
Take Rudy Gobert. That's fine.
God, he's so big. Bam just is puny behind him. you can't even see him if you're standing behind Rudy.
Bam kind of took advantage of Rudy Gobert in the Olympics, though. So
stop. Rudy wasn't trying because he was saving all his energy to win Defensive Player of the Year this year.
Oh God.
What's the next award you will be giving out?
Let's go to Rookie of the Year. You ready for this one? You go first.
My Rookie of the Year will be Jalen Suggs.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Okay.
He looked really good in rookie camp, or just, I guess, rookie ball, and then also in the preseason. I like him a lot. He did. I mean, he ended at Gonzaga on a really good note.
He did, yes.
So I'm gonna just go with one of the top picks, Jalen Suggs.
Yes, so for me, I think I'm going with a guy by the name of Scotty Barnes on the Toronto Raptors out of Florida State University. I've heard a lot of good things from this guy from some of my friends.
What position does he play?
He's a forward.
I remember seeing him play. What are you doing? What are you doing?
He's one of those guys that it's definitely going to take some time for him to get acclimated to the NBA. But during the preseason, he actually led the team with 28 assists. He turned over the ball just 9 times. Obviously, it's going to be tough for any rookie to adjust to the NBA. But I think the Toronto Raptors they found guys before. They found Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam. This could be one of those guys that they found once again. He's not going to set the world on fire. He's not going to make a bunch of shots, but he's going to be a key part of this Raptors team to get back into the playoff picture, and potentially he's my pick to win Rookie of the Year.
No, I just don't see how you would be getting playing time with Siakam there still.
I think if he plays well, they're going to find time for him.
Okay. Who's your next?
First of all, by the Pascal Siakam, he is going to be out for not significant, but he is going to be out for a little bit of time due to injury. So
all right. Okay. Earn his time there.
6th man of the year.
Oh, that's easy. D Rose.
Who was it?
D Rose.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Not even biased. D Rose.
Good.
He got votes last year. Now
that's bold. It is.
No, it's not.
It is. I think it is, but
he's not going to start. And now I don't even have to worry about him starting because now we have Kemba.
Mine's easy. I'm continuing on this Atlanta Hawks theme.
Oh,
this guy just got extended.
Oh my gosh.
He has looked great in his early goings of his NBA career, and the reason the Hawks extended him because they know how good he is. Kevin Huerter of the Atlanta Hawks will win 6th man of the year this year.
Who's the starting shooting guard for Atlanta?
The starting shooting guard is Bogdanovich.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I think coming off the bench, Kevin Huerter is going to he has plenty of talent. He's a great shooter, and he's going to complement my MVP pick, Trae Young, enough to give him that. There's a lot of great candidates for the 6th man of the year award, but
D Rose.
Kevin Huerter will be 10 times better than Derrick Rose.
Oh, stop.
Did Derrick Rose get paid in the summer? I didn't think so. Kevin Huerter. Thank you.
No. Derrick Rose doesn't need to be paid. He's already made his money.
Whatever. This is Kevin Huerter's year. Fine. Let's go. Let's do one more award. Is that fine?
Okay. Yeah.
Coach of the year.
Coach of the year.
Got for Coach of the year.
I'm looking at a shocking team. Who's the Bulls coach?
Bulls coach is is it Billy Donovan?
Yes, it is.
It's Billy Donovan.
Last time I checked, it was.
It still should be Billy Donovan.
It still should be Billy Donovan.
Unless something happened in the last hour and a half, it still should be Billy Donovan.
Give it to Billy Donovan. He did a great job at the Thunder. I don't really know why they got rid of him. I mean, he was doing good with Russell Westbrook as his best player, which isn't always the best thing. But the Bills, they have this Knicks type of feel around him that they really weren't good last year, but now they brought in new pieces, so they should be pretty good this year. So I'm going with Billy Donovan.
My pick is going to be Jason Kidd, making a return to the coaching world, coaching the Dallas Mavericks. Going to be a great addition for Luka Doncic. He's going to help him a lot, and he's going to build this team. He's going to continue to progress this team in the right direction to potentially a top 5, top 6 seed in the Western Conference. Jason Kidd, welcome back to the NBA.
That sounds good. Got everything done.
All right. Want to just get a quick finals prediction in really quick?
Finals prediction?
Yeah.
Lakers versus Hawks.
Lakers Hawks. Wow. I got the Jazz versus the Heat. Two defensive-minded
Wow.
teams that I think will
That's
make a run at things. The Jazz, I want to see the Jazz in the
awful
finals.
viewership right there.
And the Heat definitely have the talent to what it takes. Obviously, the Bucks aren't
Awful
going away.
viewership.
The Nets will still be there, but the Heat
Lowest
have done
ratings
everything
in
they
the
can
NBA
to make it to the
history.
finals. Kyle Lowry will be a great addition, and
Such low
we will
ratings.
get right back to the big three winning ways with Lowry, Bam, and Jimmy.
Such low ratings if that were to happen on the Heat's end. That's why.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that was episode 25 of the It's Game Time podcast, the Barry Bonds episode. We hope you enjoyed. Peace out.